What's going on, guys? The dog here, bringing you some Minecraft, but I am not doing it live. Fraps wasn't recording audio, and I was talking during the recording because Fraps allows you to record your voice when you're playing, but it didn't record any audio. So, isn't a live commentary. As you saw in my last Minecraft video, I epically failed my first night, but on this one, I restarted. I started fresh, and I think I'm a little more successful. I'm not gonna really talk about what I do. It's just me digging, trying to find some stuff to hold out for the first night, and that's all really you really need to know. And in later videos, as I do live comms, because I did fix my fraps about Minecraft, more live comms about Minecraft. Later on, you'll be seeing, you'll be hearing, excuse me, how and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and what's my strategy to survive, and what am I gonna build. Obviously, first I'm gonna build a house. I have a bunch of projects in mind, some cool ones too. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. My topic I wanted to talk about is, it has nothing to do with this game, except they are in this game. But I want to talk about zombies, zombies in games and movies in general. Uh, I'm going to talk a little bit about my favorite zombie movies and games. My experience playing and watching them. What do I have to think about zombies, and which movies I think would portray a more real zombie if a zombie outbreak did happen. Every kid and every teenager says, "Oh well, if a zombie outbreak happens, I'm gonna survive because I'm gonna get that guns and I'm gonna hide out and I'm gonna kill all the zombies." No, little kid. If a zombie outbreak happens, your little mommy and daddy are gonna get eaten probably first, and then you're gonna get eaten. If you are lucky, you can get eaten. If you're unlucky, you're gonna get bitten, suffer for a couple hours, and then you're gonna turn into a ravaging little monster. Anyway, some of my favorite zombie movies are the Dawn of the Dead, both the old one and the newer one. I think those are probably two of my favorites. Land of the Dead is another good one. Land of the Dead, I think that's one of my favorites because they introduce zombies, have their own language, they're a little moaning, and they're a little smarter. And they don't have any of those outrageous characteristics like running. In my opinion, a zombie will never be able to run. One, because their flesh and muscles decompose over time, and it just seems all the zombies have decomposed for flesh in the newer versions, except the old George Romero versions, which I'll get into those because I did watch that today. It's a pretty good movie. Anyway, my idea of zombie isn't. It can't run. It doesn't have superpowers. And now that I'm thinking about running and superpowered zombies, now I have to think about what's it called? Resident Evil. That's a good game series too. But I'm going to talk about the movies, which are not. Well, I guess they're sort of based off the games. A little bit tweaks in there, but as it progresses, it really, really falls away from the gaming series, which came first. And Resident Evil, you got those super looking zombies. I think I don't know what they call it. I just call it the licker, the one with the long tongue, and kills that. What is his name? Uh, the girl that Alice is. Alice, the main character of the Resident Evil series on the movies. Uh, Her husband, who also worked for Umbrella, him, the guy who got killed by the liquor. You should remember if you go back and watch it. I don't think that would ever happen. I'm sorry. It might, because zombie virus is a mutation, and maybe after a while it might mutate someone into something like that. But anyway, now I'm gonna talk about the older zombie movies. Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, all those. I think all of them are good. I can't remember which one's the parodies, the ones with comedy in them. I can't remember if it's Return of the Living Dead or Night of the Living Dead. Whichever one is spawned like 7 movies. They're all very funny in them. I really just don't like those. I like the comedy, but Zombies can't talk. I'm sorry, they can't. They have no language in Land of the Dead, like I said earlier, but they can't talk. I really don't like those. I do like the old black and white George Romero's zombie movie. I think that's Night of the Living Dead. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, but I do want to know, what is your favorite zombie movie and zombie game? Okay, and my favorite zombie game, and it just came out recently. Dead Island. Love that game. I just finished it. I didn't post any gameplay because well, there's so much of it, and I was a little late because I rent my games, and there's just no point. I wouldn't get any views, and I'm not doing this for views, but you know, I don't think it would have been interesting to commentate over because there would have been like 20, 30 videos, and I don't have that much to talk about yet. Let's see, another good one, like the Resident Evil series I said earlier. Those games, awesome too. I love all of them. My favorite would have to be Resident Evil 4 with Leon. That's my favorite one. Resident Evil 5 was okay, with Chris back in the series. That was a pretty good game. I loved the ending of it, the way Wesker died, and that was badass. Um, let's see, what's some more zombie games out there? Oh no, it's at the tip of my tongue. You got Dead Island, the Resident Evils. Dead Space ain't really zombies. That's more of mutating alien zombies. I don't know. No, I can't think of it. Damn it. Well, anyway, if you can name some more zombie games, I'll probably reply it to you if you have the right one. But yeah, I have to think Dead Island is my favorite. And now it has the mutated zombies, but man, it's so fun. It's not entirely focused on guns, which is what I liked. Just going in there like most games with a gun and you're shooting them up. There's guns in the game, but having maces and freaking machetes and cutting the zombies to pieces. I was a little violent. Every time I kill a zombie, even if I didn't cut off its head at first, I just grab it and cut off its head. Sam B's Hoodoo You Voodoo. That song's awesome. I'm not a big fan of rap, but that song is the bomb. Anyway, I'm gonna get into what I think would really happen if there was a zombie outbreak. To be honest, no one's gonna live where it breaks out. If the army is lucky enough to contain it, no one's gonna live in that area. Even if you survived and you're holed up, I'm sorry, but this is what I believe will happen. Just because, in their eyes, it is the more righteous thing and the safer thing to do. That area is gonna get nuked, just because they want to contain it. For one, make sure nothing lives. Two, it's better to sacrifice, I guess, those lives instead of everyone else's. And that's just what's gonna happen. And though I don't think it's gonna be necessarily over. I don't think it's gonna be very hard to stop it. I only think the nuke part might only happen if it's one of those bigger cities, like for instance, let's say LA. Let's say it was contained in LA. They're not gonna be able to sweep the whole place and make sure everything's dead. And it's like a little village, like where I live. Like if this little village got infested, I don't know. They might nuke it, they might not. I don't see why they would have to. They could just send in enough soldiers to wipe them all out, and if they were smart, it'd be fine. But anyway, those bigger towns, they're gonna have to get nuked. They're going to, the army ain't gonna be able to sweep the whole LA and find every single zombie, because that's just gonna be impossible. Now, if a zombie outbreak does happen, I don't think it's gonna be natural. The way science is today, I believe there will be some accident, some trial on some animal or some human, some new thing to cure cancer or something, some disease. And what's going to happen? It mutates, kills the person, and reanimates them like any other movie. I really believe that if it does happen, that's what would happen. Some stupid vaccine or some stupid scientist who thought his cure was gonna help the world instead may destroy it. And as I mentioned near the beginning, little kids, I know, I said it too when I'm growing up. You grow up saying, oh, if a zombie outbreak happens, I'm gonna get my guns and I'm gonna go get some more guns and I'm gonna kill the zombies and I'm gonna live because I watch all these movies and I play all these games. But that's not what's gonna happen. One, your parents aren't gonna let you near a gun, little kid. They're gonna be like, what are you doing? Anyway, a pistol will freaking break the arm of a little kid. I'm sorry. Like, give that little kid a 44, you're gonna be wrapping up his wrist because it's broken. I've never fired a gun. Don't plan on it. Don't like them. I'll play shooting games, but in real life, I don't like guns. I'm more of a pacifist. You know, Fighting is only necessary unless you have to. You have to fight. And okay, little kids, and they can't do shit. Like I said, their parents are gonna get eaten. They're gonna get eaten or turned or whatever, and that's just it. It's what's gonna happen. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's a sad truth, but that's what would happen. And I'm starting to realize while watching my Audacity file, if this is very loud, even though this is gonna be a little late because it's like 11 minutes, 12 minutes in. Just lower the volume, but you guys probably already did that by now. Back to my idea of zombie outbreak. Really, I think if a zombie outbreak does happen, I see it happening. I you know, I'd have to say a smaller town, like not a village, because they're not gonna have the resources for something like that. But like a smaller town, maybe the bigger towns. The whole vaccine thing. They try it out. This doctor's, he's ecstatic, but what he just created might very well destroy the world. I do think if a zombie outbreak does happen, though, if we're lucky, if it doesn't end up going airborne or no infected person ends up in some kind of transportation, since well, in the United States ain't an island, but like let's say surfaces in Japan. As long as no infected people leave Japan, we're fine because it's an island. And unless some dead person's blood enters the water and somehow that little bit of blood contaminates the whole world, we're fine. We're entering minutes, 13 minutes and like 16 seconds. I just remember one of my favorite movies. Not serious, but I still liked it. Zombieland. I hear another one's coming out soon. That movie's hilarious. That's not what I think of zombies, but my favorite scene, even though it's kind of sad because this probably would happen just because he's such a dumbass. Bill Murray getting shot. I laugh so hard, but then I think that would probably happen. I don't know if it would, but in my mind, I could see that happening. Bill Murray playing a prank on someone getting shot, and then he turns out to be not a zombie. Uh, well, my throat's starting to get all raspy. Let's see. I'm still trying to think of that game, man. Oh, Dead Rising. Just remembered it. Dead Rising series. I played that. It's okay series. It's not my favorite. But it's okay. I like all the little arcade games, the arcade versions that spawn off of it. Like Case Zero, Case West. I think there's a new one called Off the Record. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. Who knows? If I get enough Microsoft points, like some money build up, I might. Anyway, I'm the dog, and we're about to end this video here. And I hope you like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.